That means if we have to define an array which data type is integer and the name of array is A and size is 5, that means the variable A is assigned 5 integer value. These integer values occupy continuous memory space. Suppose that for one integer value, it will take 2 bytes. Then the memory space, suppose start from 101 and 101 denoted the 1 byte memory space, then the first element which is stored in index 0 is assigned to the 101 memory space and 102. This 2 continuous memory space is allocated for the 0th index element, which is 10. We consider that this single memory represents the 1 byte. Again, the next element, which is the first indexed value. So, first indexed value is assigned to the 103 and 104 continuously. The next value, which is the second place value, is 30, assigned to the from the 105 to 106, and 4 from 107 to 108, and the fourth element assigned from 109 and 1010. This continuous memory space is allocated to the particular array element. So, the next important thing is the elements occupies continuous memory space in the memory. Next, the index of the array. That means what is because we have more than one element to store in a particular variable. So, how we can separate each value from each other? So, we are using the concept of index, and the name of variable is always similar, which is we are using the A. Then the index value is only changed. So we can use a square bracket to denote the index, and the base index is always 0 in the case of array. At that time, the base index 0 contains the value 10, which is the first value of array, or which is the first element of array. So, the base index is always 0. That means, if we have 5 elements in a particular array, that means index is start from 0 and end with 4. That means 0, 1, 2, 3. Total 5 elements. And the size of array is 5, because our counting is start from 0, so that it is go to the 4, only 4, not the 5, because counting is start from the 0. So the base index address, the base index element or index is 0. Okay, and all the values or members of array like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is accessed by using the index space. If you want to access this fourth element, that means index wise third element, then we have to write that A of 3. Whenever we are going to use the A of 3, that means we are going to access this element which is stored in the fourth position according to 1, 2, 3, and according to index value is the third value of your array. So whenever we write that A of 3, that means we are going to denote the value 40. So we are access the members by their index value like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? It is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next is the dynamic. Suppose we are going to create an array with the 5 elements. So, we can write the program like that. First, we are going to add the header. If we are just assign the value into the array in the declaration line like that 10, 20, 30, 50, 50. That means we are assigning the value to the array A of. Okay. Now we are going to print this value. So for that we have to write cout. Because our index is start from 0, so I is also start from 0. The size of array is 5. That means the I is always less than 5 because we are our counting is start from 0. So it will go to the 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I plus plus. Now print the value. Cout array. This is one small example how we can take the element of array as a static value at the compile time value and print the value of array as using this statement. Here the value of elements of array is not changed during the execution. It will always fixed on the runtime as A of 0 is 10, A of 1 is 20, A of 2 is 30, A of 4 is 40, third is 40, A of 4 is 50, like that. Okay? So, this is the static initialization of array and how we can use the array. Okay?